that our community would be stronger, right?
Yeah, you said it would be strong with just single mothers.
It would be strong with single mothers because
you said we don't need. I need you to say it.
We don't really need men in the community.
What's up? Heavy here with another heavy thought, man. And you're about to hear some of my 7th graders talk about men and if we need them or not. And I think this is so important and interesting to talk about because these are little kids who have no clue about no manosphere, but yet they have all the talking points. They don't even know about the waves of feminism, but they got all the talking points of feminism. It's so interesting to me. Like, where are they picking these things up? There's no social media. People don't have parents. Or do they? Yes, they do. Come on. Like this, just listen to this, please. Here goes some more.
Okay, I'm sitting here talking to one of my male students. How old are you?
I am 12.
12, all right. So we've been talking about family and stuff. I was talking to him also on another podcast about bullying. And today, he asked me about the podcast I did yesterday. And I told him, I asked my students, hey, if somehow we could put all the single moms and their children in one state, would that create a strong community? And then I even said, how do you think they would compete against the next door state who has the complete family together, which is the mother, the father, and the child? And I want you to tell me what you said about men and how. I just want you to say it. What'd you say?
All right, so I said that our community would be stronger, right?
Yeah, you said it would be strong with just single mothers.
It would be strong with single mothers because
you said we don't need. I need you to say it.
We don't really need men in the community.
There we go. Explain.
Only because we got a Women's History Month, right?
Right.
We do. And I just feel like we don't always need men in our community just to create or make bigger things. We always can have like just women. We always can just have like just women. Like,
so the world will be okay with just women. If we're not talking about, we're not going to talk about reproducing. We know we need both to reproduce.
The full world would be.
You think the world would be totally better
without men?
Yeah, without men. Like, as far, let's just say they just there for reproductive, and that's it, just to make sure the population doesn't die. You think if they were separate from everybody, the world would be even better?
I mean, probably no, because it's some.
But wait a minute, that's what you just said.
It's some single moms out here that be missing a man,
But you just sat here and said we don't need men. So, but now you're saying we do.
No, hold on. Let me get back to that.
Yeah, go
ahead. We do. I mean, we don't. We don't need men.
Okay.
Because like. I know this might sound like strong and we talk about something, but like what I'm saying is like men, like men can lift like heavy things and stuff.
Right. But we got machines to do that now.
Exactly. So yeah, but I'm saying like a couch, like when you always moving something and then the man got to do the heavy work.
Hold on, but wait, are you suggesting that women can't team up and move this heavy couch? Can't they?
I'm saying. 2 females can also be in the same position as the males.
Correct.
They can lift
heavy stuff now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not saying we always need the man to do stuff.
Right.
Like,
Right. No,
women.
I was just saying, it sounded like at first you was trying to say that women couldn't lift the heavy couch.
Women deserve a lot of respect. So.
Right.
So, when I made that statement, then did you feel like I was disrespecting women?
I forgot what you said. What you say again?
Did I make you feel like I
know what you
just
said.
When I said,
what did you say?
Because my comment is we need both. I'm not making the statement we don't need women. I think the community would be jacked up if all the women disappeared, and I think it would be jacked up if all the men disappeared. We need both. But you made a strong statement and said we don't need men, and I just totally disagree with that. All right, go ahead. So did you feel like at first I was disrespecting women?
I don't feel like you were disrespecting women, but I feel like you was kind of like
minimizing what they do in the community.
Yeah,
like making lessening what they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're important. I just find it interesting that a lot of us say we don't need men. You rarely hear people say we don't need women. You don't think that's interesting?
Like that we don't need women?
No, I find it interesting that people are not running around saying we don't need women, but it's tons of people running around saying we don't need men. I find that very interesting.
Because we really don't need men. Like,
Welcome back to Breakdown Friday. Joseph Ward, Patrick Irvin, Professor Carlton Jones. Just want to put this out real quick. If you hear me sounding a little slurring or whatever, it's hard to understand some of the things I said. Got a tooth pulled this morning, but we soldiering through. So we are here because this topic has to be talked about. Shout out to the brother who put this video together. And shout out to Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. I was scrolling through YouTube and I just so happened to come across a video from Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, and I'm looking for some of the other information I have, but I come across a video from Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. I recently, I subscribed to Dr. T. Hassan Johnson channel, subscribed to it a while ago. But I was going to Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's page to the YouTube channel to kind of look at some of the videos that he had with BGS Ipmore. Because they be going in, like him and BGS Ipmore, they be going in. They be like a mastermind when they get together. But I came across that video. And it was a lot more because the gentleman was in the video talking and giving this piece as well. But I came across this particular video, and when I saw it, it made me angry. It made me angry because it's the results of things that we see on a regular basis. Our young children and our young men are being socialized and being conditioned to think that men aren't needed, but more specifically for our community, that Black men aren't needed. And that can be that's furthest from the truth. Like I don't understand how people can really come to the conclusion and have an idea that a whole society can be ran, and that society can be maintained, and that society can even improve if men aren't around, but more specifically, Black men. So the brother who made the video is a gentleman named Rodney Smith, who's an educator. The Black Family Institute is Brother Rodney Smith's YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go subscribe to Brother Rodney Smith's YouTube channel. Go do that right now. Pause this and go subscribe to Brother Rodney YouTube channel. Come on back. The Black Family Institute. Link is in the description. Where men are needed, but more specifically, Black men are needed. Black women need Black men, and Black men need Black women. The children, Black children need Black men and Black women, but we are at a place in time in history where our children are being programmed, and especially a young Black boy is being programmed to believe that he himself would not be viable when he becomes a man. Because that's the ultimate conundrum in this, the ultimate irony in this is the young Black boy is having this conversation with his teacher, with Mr. Rodney Smith. And the young Black boy is expressing to him, of course, we know off of learned behaviors, or why a Black man isn't needed, not understanding that he himself will grow up into a Black man and become a Black man. So does he see any value in himself as a Black boy? Because that would be my first question to him. If I was to talk to him, I would ask him, do you see value in yourself as a Black boy? Because what we know so far in the rhetoric that you've given us, you won't see value in yourself after the age of 18. And that's not good. That's sad. So that means our society is going backwards. We're regressing. We're getting worse. If our children believe that they don't need their fathers, they don't need their brothers, they don't need their cousins, they don't need their nephews. What?
Like when I heard Patty talking, I thought about that meme that came up, that where you had the black mother, the daughter, and the son, and the silhouette of a black man walking out the door. And the mother says, "I don't need a man." The daughter says, "I don't want a man." And then the young boy says, "I don't want to be a man," which spoke to the clip that we watched earlier. And it took me back to the crew of 1986 up in Newark, New Jersey, when that room full of young pregnant mothers, teenage pregnant mothers, with the exception of one of them, said that they didn't want to marry the father of their child. In addition to that, they stated that they didn't need men to operate because they came from generations of women that didn't have men in the home.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down, because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
And see, this is the destructive cycle that we're living in right now. I mean, I can go deeper, but the misandry that we don't want to talk about in our community is standard in terms of the relationships in the black community. And this is why it sounds like a gender war, because previous to the last 3 years, black men were silent while we were told we weren't shit, while we were told we were deadbeat fathers, even though all the studies that go in show that we're the most active fathers, whether we're in the homes or not, of any race, right? We were told that we were drug dealers. We were told that we were abusers of women, that every 5 hours a woman is killed at the hands of a black man. When if you did the statistics, the analysis, that's even inaccurate. But all these fables that were told without statistics to back them up, without evidence to back them up, became folklore. And then we have young women who create this environment by living through the derelict stories of their aunties, of their mothers, of their grandmothers. So by the age of 12, these young girls already have in their mind that men are bad, abusive, to be abused, not to be respected in our community. And I've seen it with teachers in these classrooms were disrespected so much, and they were afraid to step up and say something because the female faculty members would check the teachers in the building. The female faculty members would dress down the men for addressing the disrespect that came their way. I witnessed this in middle schools here in Philadelphia. I've seen it my entire career. So this is something that is, so when you got a young male, why do I want to be that which is abused, disrespected, and neglected, and only needed when security and provision come into play? That